The 15 smartest people in history. Who are considered the smartest people in the history of mankind? How is intellectual capacity or ability assessed? Libb Thims made a list in which he classified the 40 most intelligent historical figures, taking into account their intellectual quotient score or an approximation of it and assessment of their works or successes. Thus, this list was formed taking into account both the IQ score and the successes achieved by each individual. Despite the intention of Thims to make the classification as truthful as possible, it continues to be discussed and debatable. Number 1. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, considered the greatest German man of letters, was a playwright, novelist, poet, and naturalist. His novel Wilhelm Meister, where the protagonist's self-realization process is recounted, was considered by Arthur Schopenhauer as one of the 4 best novels in history. Libb Thims places him first on his list, and since there is no specific score made directly to the author, it is estimated, according to the methods mentioned above, that his IQ reached between 210 and 225 points. Number 2. Albert Einstein. It is impossible to refer to the advances and evolution of science, specifically physics, without citing Albert Einstein. He is one of the most important and well-known physicists in the history of science. Among many other contributions, he is credited with the best-known equation in the world that relates energy to mass. The energy of a body at rest is equal to the mass times the speed of light squared, and the theory of relativity, where he states that the laws of physics are the same for all observers. Second on Thims' list, his IQ is estimated at 205 and 225 points, reaching 5 or 6 deviations above the score needed to be considered above average. Number 3. Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci was a versatile artist known for his innumerable contributions to science, art, and the humanities. There are few areas where da Vinci did not explore. He had very innovative ideas for his time, also considering himself an engineer and inventor. In the art of painting he made many works, the most recognized being the Gioconda, the Last Supper, or his famous drawing of the Vitruvian Man. Taking into account and evaluating different measures and contributions of his works, it is considered that da Vinci's IQ could range between 180 and 220. He is the 3rd author on the Thims list. Number 4. Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton is known worldwide for his contributions to science and is considered by many to be the greatest scientist of all time, his work being revolutionary for his time. One of his best-known and most important contributions to scientific development was the law of universal gravitation. In the same way that we pointed out with the previous authors, it is estimated that Newton's IQ was between 190 and 200. He is 4th on the list. Number 5. James Maxwell. James Maxwell is known in the field of physics for formulating the classical theory of electromagnetic radiation, unifying electricity, magnetism, and light for the first time, this being considered the second great unification of physics. Maxwell is considered the 3rd best physicist, only surpassed by Newton and Einstein. He appears 5th on the list, and his IQ is also very high, being estimated at between 190 and 205 points. Number 6. Nicolaus Copernicus. Nicolaus Copernicus is considered the founder of modern astronomy, as well as one of the most important authors for the scientific revolution of the Renaissance. His most famous contribution, and that caused a change in the vision that humanity had of the solar system, was the heliocentric theory, where it is pointed out that it is the planets, including the Earth, that revolve around the Sun. The 7th on the list, it is estimated that if the relevant tests were carried out to know his IQ, it would range between 160 and 200. Number 7. Carl Gauss. Carl Gauss was a mathematician, astronomer, and physicist. He is known for formulating the divergence theorem or Gauss theorem, being considered one of the most important contributions to the field of electromagnetics. Later, the previously mentioned James Maxwell will use this theorem to constitute 2 of the 4 equations of it. Taking into account different measures, it is believed that his IQ could reach 250 or 300, thus being able to exceed 6 standard deviations. Thims ranks at 11th. Number 8. Galileo Galilei. Galileo Galilei is also linked to the scientific revolution and is considered the father of modern astronomy, modern physics, and science. He made the first law of motion and supported the heliocentric system proposed by Copernicus, already mentioned above. In the same way, his contribution to the improvement of the telescope was also important, which allowed him to make new astronomical observations. He is the 12th author according to Thims, with an IQ that is estimated to be between 180 and 200. Number 9. Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla was an inventor and engineer also known for his innumerable contributions to the field of electromagnetics. His contributions served as the basis for modern systems for the use of electrical energy by alternating current. Located at number 14 on the list, it is believed that with the use of different measures, his IQ could range between 160 and 310. Number 10. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was considered a playwright, poet, and actor, being one of the most important writers in universal literature and the most important in the English language. He is known worldwide for his play Romeo and Juliet. Thims estimated his IQ as close to a score of 210, thus appearing at number 15 on the list. Number 11. Terence Dow. Terence Dow is a mathematician, and with only 24 years he managed to be a professor at the University of California in Los Angeles. Since he was a child, his high capacities were already visible, and in the course of his career he has been awarded several times, highlighting the Fields Medal or International Medal for Outstanding Discoveries in Mathematics. Similarly, in 2020 he was chosen Australian of the Year. His IQ score ranges from 211 to 233, placing him 21st in the ranking. Number 12. Hypatia. Hypatia was a philosopher and teacher standing out in the field of mathematics and astronomy. Considered one of the first female mathematicians, her rationality-based teachings created her detractors, and she was eventually accused and killed by the Christians. Her works were lost along with the entire library of Alexandria. Rank 22, her IQ is estimated to be between 170 and 210. Number 13. Marie Curie. Marie Curie is known worldwide for her research in the field of radioactivity. Among other contributions, Marie Curie and her husband, Pierre Curie, stated that if human beings are exposed to radium, diseased cells that form tumors are destroyed faster than healthy cells. She also stood out for being the first person to receive 2 Nobel Prizes in different fields, first in the specialty of physics and later in chemistry. His IQ was between 180 and 200, thus placing him at number 25 on Thims' list. Number 14. Francis Galton. Francis Galton has an extensive body of work of more than 340 articles and books. He was interested in different fields of study where anthropology, geography, and psychology stand out. Cousin of the well-known scientist Charles Darwin, he focused above all on the study of the human being, his intelligence, and individual differences. Applying different measures, Thims believes that Galton had an IQ of 200, thus occupying the 26th position. Number 15. Edith Stern. Edith Stern is an inventor and mathematician, named a master inventor by the International Business Machines Corporation (IBM). She is also known because her father from a very young age trained and educated her to be the perfect human being, a project they called the Edith Stern Project. Since her father believed that being a genius was not a genetic issue but depended on how was the child raised, Stern is placed 28th on the list with an IQ of 203. And this is the end of the list. We hope you liked it. Did you know them all? Maybe one day you can be one of these 15 smartest people in history, so don't wait any longer. Don't think about it and put yourself to the test. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.